Hello everyone and welcome back to my HTML tutorial series for beginners. In this video, we'll be looking at header tags, paragraph tags, and links. I know in the last video I said that in this video, we'll just be looking at header tags and paragraph tags, but just to make it more interesting, I added links along with it. So in the last video, we actually just made this HTML document structure, and just to go over what we actually did in the last video, I'm just going to take a quick review and just a quick overview of what we did in the last video. So in the last video, we actually made this doc type HTML, which means that it's a document type of HTML5, and these HTML tags contain all of the HTML code that should go into the web page. This head tag contains all the other data which we should use in our body tag or for the web page, and also contains all of the things that must go in the tab, like on top, like the title, the icon of our website. And in the body tag, it's just the main page where all the content goes and where everything goes, like the words, the images, the videos, and everything. So we actually did this tag right here. After making the title as Hello World, we did this tag H1 tag, and we wrote Hello World in between it. So before explaining what this is, I would like everyone to just look what this does. So I'm just gonna right click on index.html and open in live server. And so as you can see, this is my title, and on my screen on this web page, I will actually see the words Hello World. So over here, if I open this and minimize the screen, I should see it. I may actually reopen with live server. Oh, so as you can see, I get Hello World. I don't need this anymore. I get Hello World here and Hello World right here. So this is what we did in the last video. I'm actually just going to change the title to my web page here, and I'm just going to save it. So as you can see, I get my web page. So you guys should just install this extension called Live Server. So basically what this does is it updates it real time and live, so you can just see the changes really quickly without refreshing the screen or just taking your time. So it's really helpful. So you just need to go to this extensions tab and just search up Live Server. It should look something like this. It's by Ritwick Day. So it's a really nice server. I use it all the time. And so over here, as you can see, I get this header tag right here, Hello World, and a My Web Page on the tab. So I didn't really explain what this header does in the last video, but I'm going to explain in this video. So this header tag is actually, as you can see, it would most likely go for like the main title of the page. Like this H1 tag is actually the biggest of all the tags. So the tags, there are 6 tags, H1 through H6. So if I were to copy this and just paste 6 of these right here and just change all of these just in order, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Save this. Over here you can see that all of them are still bold, but the size is the only difference they have. So H1 would be on the top right here, H1, then H2, H3, H4, H5, and lastly H6. So the only difference they have is the size. So these tags are really useful for like different situations. The H1 tag would be most useful as, if you guessed it, the main title, and all the other tags maybe like subtitles, like sections or something like that. And also there's other tags like the paragraph tag. The paragraph tag, as you might have guessed, is for small text and just normal text. So if I were to write a paragraph tag saying this is a paragraph, and I were to save this, as you can see, I just get normal text. This is a paragraph. This is just the everyday text that you would use. Nothing like headers, but it's just normal text which you would use like under the sub headers or just information you would give about each section. But this is actually not bad. This is pretty good. I can make a full web page with this. Like I can just get this all out and maybe I can just erase this. I can just put in hello world again. And then over here I can say hello world, right? If I save this, I get the header and the paragraph tag. So this is how it would actually be like known as, because the header tag would be on the top, the paragraph tag would be on the bottom, because it's the main header and then all the info. But as you may have noticed, this is not as quite interactive as I would say, because there's nothing you can do. Like click on the web page, there's nothing. Like there's literally nothing you can do. So what I would actually do is, what would be really nice is I can create a new page. So I'm going to create a new file called index2.html. And over here, I'm going to use a really nice technique, which you can actually use just to save time. And the technique is you do shift and then an exclamation mark over here. As you can see, this is what it will give you. All you do now is click tab. And as you can see, I get all of this code already written. So I'm just gonna name the title as my webpage. Same thing, it's fine. And so maybe in this, I'm just gonna write a paragraph tag that says you have been linked here. And so in index.html, let's say I change this paragraph tag and this header tag. Let's just say links as the header. And the paragraph, let's just say go to index 2. Right? Alright, so right now this is actually not doing anything. Like I can't see my index 2 anywhere. But actually if I just open this with live server, I can obviously see this. But I would not want to just open the file all the time. I actually want to link this web page to this web page. So when I click something, it would actually link me to this web page. So how do you do that? Well, you can stay with this paragraph tag, but you use this tag called an A tag. So an A tag stands for anchor. It's an anchor tag. So all you need to do is type A and then href, which means the reference or the link, equals, in double quotes, close the tag, take the ending tag, and put at the end. So all you need to do now is to find what goes in here. So what actually does go in here is the index2.html. So if this were to be just a random link, like if I were to just link this to Google, it would just be https www.google.com. Save this. If I press go to index 2, I go to Google. So I can just come back. So as you can see, I can link to any web page I want. I just need the web address and put that in here, and I can link to it. But what if I want to link between my own web pages? My own web pages don't have a link. At least they do, but I would actually like to link it between the files, not the URLs. So what I would do is I would write the name of the file, index2.html. So when I save this and I click this again after it reloads, I actually get to this. You have been linked here. From index 1, I've actually been linked to index 2 by pressing the link down here that says go to index 2. But sometimes a problem which might occur is that you want your user to go to a different page when you're actually clicking the link. You don't want him to actually stay on this link. Like if you were in a website, right? And you have something to do on this web page, but you need to use another link, you would actually like when you click this link to actually go to a different tab. You can actually do that. And how you do that is basically you go outside of the quotes and you write this thing called a target. So target means where you want this to go. And if you read through here, we're actually going to use the target called blank. So if you read this, it says load the URL into a new browsing context. This is usually a tab, but users can configure browsers to use new windows instead. Basically what this is saying is that when I click the link, it will actually transfer me to a new tab, not stay in the same tab. So if I do that, I click on an equal sign, and then I put a quotation mark, underscore, blank. So over here, if I save this, and I minimize my screen, if I now click this, I go to a new tab. Before, when I didn't have this, I'll just take this out right here. Let me save this. When I didn't have this and I press go to index 2, it comes on the same exact tab. This is not what I wanted. So what I would do is I would actually add the target and I would save the file, and this target will actually just target me to a new tab. That's why it's named target. So like target me or make me go to a new tab so this tab will not be disrupted. So I can keep both of the tabs open at the same time. That is what this target blank is really useful for. And so that is why links are extremely useful in HTML, because you can link to different websites which are not your own. You can link between files, and you can also link to a different tab while still keeping your tab open. So this was it for this video, just learning about headers and how to use them in HTML, paragraphs and how to just use paragraphs and why paragraphs are used, and like the ways of different headers to be used, like from H1 as the biggest header to H6 as the smallest header, H1 to be like the main title, H6 to be like subtitles. And so we also learned about links as well, where we can actually link a file to go to another page or link a URL to go to another page. And we also learned how to target the links to stay on the same page or keep the same page open and link to the other page by opening another tab. So this is what we did in this video. In the next video, we'll be looking at images and videos. See you guys in the next video.